and welcome to another Auto Today review. Now the Indian automotive scene is a constantly evolving scene. There are new technologies coming in every day, and this includes not just the engine but now the gearboxes. You see, we have this new Venue with us, and by this little plus sign you see here in red, we can say that this is the sport trim. There is more to this car than just this plus badge out here. This car has a technology which has the potential of revolutionizing the Indian automotive industry and the way customers look at gearbox options. Now let's have a look at what the car offers, and we will get to that technology very soon. But before that, do remember to hit that subscribe button and press that little bell icon so that you get notified every time we go live with another video. As we said before, there is more to this variant than just a few cosmetic upgrades. So let's get on with it quickly and get to the real deal. The sport trim you see here is new to the Venue, and it gets red accents all around. This includes a little bit of accents on the sides, a red brake caliper, and of course a sport badge on the C-pillar. Apart from that, there is also a LED tail lights included. These then are the only visual differences as compared to the standard Venue variants. Now, as you saw outside, there are a lot of these little red bits which have been added to the sport trim. The same has been carried out inside. Now let's start with the dash. It is the same as the standard Venue you get, but you see these little red accents all across the cabin, around the display of the climate control system, around the AC vents, and also a little red stitching on the steering wheel. Apart from that, a little bit of red cord piping on the seat, adding to that sporty feel of the vehicle, and again on the gear shifter lever. But the other big change is the steering wheel. Now this is the steering wheel which has come in from the Creta. So that means it's got this unique shape, and trust me, it is very comfortable to hold. Even when you're holding it in a normal way, you've got these recesses out here which is very comfortable on the go. But we are not here for these little red bits or anything like that. We are here to tell you all about this new gearbox technology called IMT. The Venue Sport IMT variant is powered by the same 1-liter turbo petrol engine which is also available with the DCT variant. The engine churns out 120 horsepower, which is identical as well. Now, the more pressing point of the IMT. Now let's start the most interesting part of this car, the driving bit. Now the first thing which you need to get out of your mind is the lack of the clutch. So bear with me. I put the car into out of parking, release the brake pedal, and then shift the gear into first, and that's it. The car starts moving. I have done nothing. That's it. And we are motoring ahead. Now the next thing which you have to understand is how to shift. Now I am at about 2000 RPM and I shift into second. That's it. I release the accelerator pedal a bit and then change the gear like I would do in a normal clutch manual, if we can call it that way. But let's say you are accelerating like so, and I want to change the gear. What do I need to do? Nothing. Just that's it. It's that simple. This technology is so something which I really like. It's very intriguing. Like, how is the car doing this? I mean, how does it know when I'm shifting the gear? You know, something like that. We've always come with that thought that, you know, if you downshift or if you change without clutch, you'll break the gearbox, damage the gearbox, your clutch will be in a bad state and things like that. But no, here's a technology where you can use it. Now let's get to the questions, which are the most important bits of the IMT transmission. Now what happens if, say right now, I am trundling along at 5th gear, 60 kilometers an hour, city roads, very nicely comfortable, barely audible 1-liter turbo engine. Now what happens if I suddenly put it into 2nd gear? Good question, right? Let's do it and find out. Well, the revs raise to about 4,000 and nothing. There are no jerks. There's nothing, and the car has caught on. And yeah, wow! And you get going. And you put it into third, and you keep motoring. Now, say for example, you are on third gear, and you suddenly put it in the sixth. What happens? Nothing. The car continues motoring. Now, this is an incredible technology. I mean, I'm still in like a bit of a awe, you can call it, but this is something which is like a boon in traffic. Can you imagine not having to change, like press the clutch every time you inch forward? And that was the biggest pain, right, when you were driving in a traffic condition. But this car takes away everything. Now what happens if you don't downshift? Let's see. Now I am taking a turn and I have come down to less than 1000 RPM. Right. Now here's the thing. Now because I am sitting on third gear and this is not the optimum gear to trundle away, the car is beeping away to glory and there's a display which says please shift down. Now what I need to do is put it into second and I keep going. I feel like a kid in a candy store, but that's how it is. So basically you need to downshift if you've slowed down beyond the engine speed. So that's something which is quite obvious. You would do in a normal car also. Now let's see the other end of the spectrum. Now let's see if you are in a sporty tone of mind and you want to go fast. It's a turbo engine after all. Let's accelerate. 4000 RPM. You know the fun bit of this? You don't need to get off the accelerator pedal to shift gears. It does that instantly. And that's something which I like. I mean, if you want to gain speed, all you need to do is just gain speed, right? You don't need to decelerate or take your foot off the accelerator pedal. Very interesting, very interesting. Now the other thing. Now let's say, like right now I am in traffic and I take a left. Right now, second gear and keep going. Let's accelerate faster and come down from a very high gear to a lower gear. Let's see what happens. 70 kmph at fourth gear. There's no jerks. The engine revs have gone up. Clearly the clutch is holding the car because I am not accelerating and the car is decelerating. Please remember, when I press the accelerator pedal, the car keeps going. I love this car. I love this technology. Now, what is the other questions asked? Let's say you are at a standstill. What happens then? You might want to put it into fifth gear and keep going. Let's see if we can do that. That will be an interesting thing. Let's indicate and wait up here. And we stop. Now let's put the car in fifth gear and see what happens. Well, the car will not move. It's saying please shift down and I'm accelerating and there's nothing happening. But let's see if we can do it on third. No. Let's see if we can do it on second. Yeah. There's enough power and torque to motor away from second gear, so it took it. Incredible. I like this technology a lot. Now let's go to the next question. There are many questions. Let's answer all of them today. Now what happens when you press the reverse gear? Interesting. Let's park up and find out. To put the car into reverse gear, stand still, hazard light on, we are parked on the side of the road. Now let's put it into reverse. To put it into reverse, you first press the brake lever, then take the lever into reverse, and the moment you let go of the brake pedal, car inches back. And to get it out of the gear, slot it out of the gear, and we've gone. It's incredible. It's good fun. And how does it feel on the go? Well, it's the 1-liter turbo engine, so of course it's got the pep, it's got the go. And now, when we drive the DCT transmission 1-liter turbo engine, you have that little bit of lag which is associated with all automatic transmissions, unless you're looking at sports cars or things like that. But here, all that is negated because you are doing it manually. So if you want quick acceleration, put it into second, instant power. There's no lag at all whatsoever. And of course the engine is a bit audible inside the cabin, as you can hear, but acceleration is very fast with a manual, IMT transmission. The Hyundai Venue IMT then is a unique proposition. It caters to multiple genres. People who are interested in getting away from clutching in traffic, but at the same time it caters to the enthusiasts who don't want to lose out on the pleasures of a stick shift. Priced at Rs 11.08 lakh for the top of the line SX option pack, the Hyundai Venue IMT variant is sure to find a lot of takers.